You have to go look. You have to go climb over the bed. Hide.
I can't. There's no way I get out.
Hide
I
there,
don't know if I
dude.
can turn.
Hide. Look. Hide it. Climb over it. Oy.
Watch this. Is that fucking action pack or what?
Yep. That's good.
How the fuck do I get in now? I fucked up the lighting. How do I get in? You're being stacked. I can't get in. Ah!
You fucked up my score, man!
Sorry.
46!
Okay. Sorry about this abrupt start, but when my sister threw her phone on the table, it stopped the recording, and then I didn't notice it until at this point. But pretty much we did our introduction, episode number 93. Hello and welcome, everyone. And we started talking about, what's her name? Wednesday character, Jena, whatever her name is, the person that plays Wednesday on the show Wednesday. We started kind of talking about that, how she had COVID during the scene of her dancing, and how I was, we were just pretty much talking that she's like a domestic terrorist, and that the show should get canceled, she should go to prison. Like, we made it just obviously overlandish jokes about the character, whoever, keep forgetting her name, Jena Ortega or some shit. I don't know. I'm just making this at 4:46 in the morning. But Jena Ortega, how she should go to prison, and the show should be canceled, and Netflix should be canceled, and the world should be at war, and all this stuff, just because she had COVID during this scene. And I'm about to show my sister this scene because everyone's going crazy over this scene, and I wish you guys heard it because it makes more sense. But we start watching the scene of her dancing, and that's pretty much that.
I can't hear myself.
Okay, so she's a domestic terrorist, okay? And this is what we're at.
I can't hear anything.
I know, I'm not playing anything.
But should we be able to hear ourselves?
No, I don't have it set up
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Okay. So that, like, everyone... so she choreographed that herself, right?
Man, that's
And people are
impressive
making it seem like
for
she literally...
choreographing it herself.
She literally is getting the fucking praise that, like, I'm not even joking. I'm
Well, now I know
genuine,
you're not. Right.
Because when
I
I
could
stutter,
tell.
I go, if someone solved cancer or like some
Oh,
world
yeah, no
crisis,
one will get enough
it wouldn't
praise.
have gotten as much fucking popularity as that she did this. It's like she fucking cured life.
Oh, yeah.
Not even cancer.
That was
curing cancer. What?
But, like, why was that impressive?
I don't. It went
Like,
insane.
why?
Everyone was like, this is so fucking amazing, jizzing all over their goddamn selves.
Maybe I think they
It
just think that
sucked.
she's, like, pretty, and that's why they like it.
But it was like it's the women, like it was like the females, like it was everyone.
Hmm.
You know, like it went crazy. Anyways, but during that scene,
She's got COVID.
she had COVID. So
Not one
you see how much
person-
extras there were
Not
there.
one person was wearing a fucking mask.
Not one. They're all dead.
Yeah, but
They're literally-
Netflix matter.
They're all dead. We
Yeah,
should,
men was matter.
yeah, actually, this should be deeper than Wednesday. This should be Netflix. Oh, and then like the people that are like dick riding, fucking, or I guess pussy riding, or if I don't know what the fuck gender is anymore. If she's a thing riding, I get it because the thing from
Yeah,
that was kind of
That was
good.
good.
Like the dick riders of this, like I wasn't even gonna say. I completely fucking forgot because I had a shitty joke that I had to think of. Everyone that's dick riding her is like. I don't even know what I was gonna say, but like you know when before I guess COVID, like when you went to work sick, like you were like strong for that.
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of what there's two sides of it. There's the
Oh,
side of
everyone's
like
look at her being so strong because she had COVID and
Yeah, and then
she
there's
was
the other
still
side, it's
working,
like
and the other one's like,
domestic
man,
terrorism.
how are you like? How
Yeah,
could
yeah.
you even do that? Yeah, I get it.
yeah. So so anyways, that's fucking that, and I don't even know what I can say to that, but
Man, I still don't feel like watching the show. You know?
I heard it's good. I heard it's really good.
But see, now, you know what I worry about now?
What?
You know what? And this is the same thing that happened with like any show that's like becomes like, you know, Game of Thrones there for a while was popular or like Walking Dead, you know?
Yeah.
And I know those two shows also have like a lot of people like, man, it's really good. They like you should really watch it. But when they first came out, there was such hype. It was like a lot of people like, dude, have you watched this? And then it was like, no, I haven't. And then it'd be like the whole, you haven't even. And then it became like, no, I don't even fucking want to, you know? Yeah. And so now it's like, I kind of want to watch it. But now it's like, I don't fucking want to because I don't want to say yes. Because I don't want to like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know I would.
I'm sure
I would like it. I know this. But like, you like Tiger King? I know I always bring that up because it was another phase of just like weird ass thing that just came to Netflix, took off, right?
But life was so weird at that time.
Life was weird, but it was kind of like, whatever, I'll give it a shot, you know, and you like it. Because there was funny memes about it, and that kind of made me want to watch it because there was just so many funny things about it. Like, okay, I got to watch this, right? But I don't know, anytime it's like, you haven't watched this, you should watch it. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a big thing with Breaking Bad for me.
Yeah.
And I deeply, deeply regret not watching it with people. I was like, it's a fucking show of a chemistry teacher selling meth. Like, how good can it be? And I remember, like, this was during my, like, 11th grade, 12th grade in high school. And I watched it, and it's the goddamn greatest show that's ever been
Did you watch a movie,
created.
though?
El Camino.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You did watch it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Like the post movie, like, for his character.
Right.
Yeah, it was good. Like, it's nowhere near the show.
Right.
Because it definitely has a different feel because it's a movie.
Did you only watch it one time? The Breaking Bad? Yeah.
No, I watched it twice. From beginning to end, and it's good every time.
Do you like watching it like the second time around? Because then you like already know things, so then you're pay more attention to shit.
Yeah.
Man, there's like a lot of shows I just can't watch more than once.
Breaking Bad was a really good one. I really like Breaking Bad.
I watched Breaking Bad.
I just think it was cleverly done, and it's not long, so that's a nice thing. Like, that's the problem with a lot of shows. Like Walking Dead's a great example. I really like Walking Dead, and we're just kind of talking about it. Me and Victor were just talking about it like yesterday, literally, and I was like, I want to like recoup back to where I was because it's done now. It's officially done. But there's like 3 fucking spin-off shows from it, which I'm not gonna watch. I just want to see what happens to like the shit, right? And I was like, I might watch it. Then we were talking about like the side show that was with it like years ago when it came out, Fear of the Walking Dead. So it was like a different family, and I was like, you know, and like the first 3 seasons were pretty much like useless.
Right.
It was just like a money grab to wait for a certain character from the actual Walking Dead to be introduced. It's like, so it's like it's they just get, you know, it's like 11 fucking seasons. It's too much.
Right.
I don't like that. I like Breaking Bad 5 seasons done.
Right. I hate the ones that I also hate the shows that like abruptly get canceled, and they have the opportunity to be a good show, but they just didn't like make it, right? And then it's like, God, it ends so shitty, right? It leaves like all these things like all these like, it's like, dude, there's all these things that haven't been resolved, and it just, I don't like that feeling of like, you don't get it resolved. I hate that feeling.
Oh, have you haven't seen Ozark either? Do you know that show?
I've heard of it, but I've seen like little like bits.
You watch like the first, like even the first 2 seasons. You can even say like you watch the first episode. You're like, okay, like this is insane. It has good potential, great acting. You know, Jason Bateman. Like, you don't see him in serious roles, but he plays the hell out of this character. But the ending was just like, it was so underwhelming for an ending.
Why are endings always like that?
And I thought the show was canceled, and that would make sense because if the show's canceled, it's like, well, we're like in the middle of an arc, but now we just have to like that arc is finished.
But was it not canceled?
No, it wasn't canceled. They were just ending.
But
and
there's
it was
some that end so bad.
Yeah.
Like they just have to like somehow just like how do I finish this off real quick, you know? And it just seems very like, okay, what was the point?
And I never will complain about that because like it takes so fucking much to make a show and a movie and all that stuff. Like I give a credit to all the people that fucking do it and things like that. So I'm not like, it's not like, because I appreciate like the work that goes into it. Because I know like I like that stuff.
If I'm gonna do it, I want it done right. I want it done right. Just
but like, I because I know how that stuff like not how it works directly because it's fucking way beyond what I know, but like just doing what I know how fucking hard that is, but something so simple like now take it to this next extent. I always watch like behind the scenes of shit too, like especially Breaking Bad. I've seen like all the behind the scenes stuff too with that. Like I just love how it's filmed. I love how things are filmed and created. So I never like bag on it, but it's like sometimes it's like holy fuck, like that's just to me it's just rough. Like it's just kind of interesting ending.
Right.
And then like there's like some like characters and stuff. Sometimes it's like man, like how I don't know, just weird. But yeah, Ozark is definitely one of the ones where they could like they killed off a character early where it's like he was such a good character, but like they whatever. But yeah, I was gonna watch Wednesday, but now with COVID, I don't want to get COVID from the show.
Right, that's true.
Because you can. That like I don't know if you saw.
Well, yeah, it transmits
the FFA,
like that. Yeah.
Not the FAA. The WHO? No, it's not WHO. That's well, I guess WHO. World
FDA, FDA,
FDA, and WHO said that you can get it from if someone has COVID.
It can be transmitted from the speakers screen, and the screen and everything, the Bluetooth and the airways and shit.
And Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi and everything.
The Wi-Fi.
I've seen this. We watched the show The Northman or The Northern Man.
I've been wanting to watch that. Is that a show or a movie?
Movie.
It's like Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it good? I love Viking shit.
Okay.
I really do like Viking
this is what's
stuff.
funny. This is what's funny.
Okay.
Is we start the show.
Show or movie?
Movie.
Okay,
Sorry. Okay, it's like a 2-hour and 14-minute movie.
Okay.
Yes, it is Viking related.
Yeah, it's Viking.
It's like a.
It looked really good.
It's a I think it's like a not a foreign film. No, but it is.
I think it was. It
is
was
a
like
foreign film, and it's filmed in a way that it's not typically the kind of movie I watch.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, at certain parts during the movie, in my head, I'm like, why am I still watching this?
Okay.
Right? But I'm so like captivated by whatever's going on that like I watched the entire thing.
Yeah.
Right? And it actually and so I like looked it up to see like what the rating was because it just was like I don't understand,
Yeah.
And the ratings were actually pretty high,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of people were saying it's because it was written in a way that it was like you can't really turn away from it, right? And it wasn't like a happy ending, everything's great. It was made and filmed in a way of like this is what it would be like.
Yeah.
And it was so like dude, there was parts of it where like at one point there was like a horse that was laying on the ground and it just like had its head chopped off.
Yeah.
Like in the village, and I was like, where the fuck's PETA with this? Just because like I'm surprised. I'm just surprised, like I don't mind it. I'm just surprised that it's like how did this pass? And there's other things that people are like offended by, right? It was very like there were so many like kind of like slow periods between like action packed,
and
then slow, just very like
I
don't know.
That.
It was like the instrumental slow and just it like not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. It was just very hard to explain. It was cool. It was like a vengeance type of movie, right? It was like a him getting vengeance because he sees like obviously in the very beginning of the movie. It's not like I spoil it. It happens in the first 5 minutes, but like his dad's like teaching his son. He makes him like take this like drink the tea to get. I think it's like the ayahuasca or something. To like I need to prepare him because I feel like something bad's gonna happen. Like and he's my heir. Like I need to like have him be ready to like avenge me. And he like tells him like avenge me and protect your mother. Avenge my death, protect your mother. And then he like sees his dad get like attacked. Like literally right after they leave this like place. They all of a sudden like there's like arrow comes through, attacks his dad, and like he tells him to run, right? And he goes like behind a boulder, and like these people like are.
This sounds so familiar. Keep going.
These people are like shooting arrows at him, right? And the dad's like right there, and I'm not ruining it because it's literally the first 5 minutes, right?
That's fine.
So it's and then the dad's sitting there, and then the guy comes up, and then the guy takes off his mask, and it's the dad's brother, right?
Yeah.
And the dad's brother, which now like you have to watch it with subtitles, closed captioning. I do too because it's like it's so fucking hard to hear him. But and this is when I missed this because it was the captions weren't on. But like the brother came to like welcome his brother home, right? Like the king.
Yeah.
He welcomed the king home because he was in war or whatever.
Yeah.
His brother comes and he's holding like this baby, and he's, but the dad is saying like that's like a bastard child, because it's like, for whatever reason. Anyways, so he's telling him this because and it's his brother, and he's telling him, this is your bastard child. It'll never be an heir. Like there is an heir. Then strike me, like strike me down. Just do it right now. Like strike me down. And then just head gets chopped off. And then the kid's seeing this, right? And then the kid's like runs, right? And then he just like is in a rowboat saying like, I'll avenge my father.
Does she
I'll
fit
protect.
In a rowboat?
Who?
You know the joke. Does she fit in a rowboat?
No.
Isn't that from The Office?
Mm-mm. I don't know what joke.
When like. Is that The Office or is that something? I know it's Steve Carell. I believe it is. But like when you say, I can set you up with a friend, and she's like, well, can she fit in a rowboat? Like, is she fat as fuck or not?
Okay.
I think it's from The Office. I swear it's that or the 40-year-old virgin. One of those two.
That's right.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be 40-year-old virgin instead of The Office because it sounds like something that would be like in a.
I feel like it's The Office though.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But he's just like in this thing saying like, I'll avenge my father, I'll protect my mother, blah blah blah, and then years pass and he's older, and then he kind of like gets lost, forgets his way. But then there's just like a bigger twist in the end, But it was good. I just was like, it's just not a kind of movie I would watch.
Yeah.
And I just, for some reason, we were all just like zoned in on the movie, and I'm like, we watched the whole thing.
Do you like Quentin Tarantino movies?
Like Kill Bill and stuff? About that?
Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill.
I do. I mean, I've liked
Inglourious Bastards.
I didn't like Inglourious Bastards.
You didn't like Inglourious Bastards.
I did like Kill Bill.
Django Unchained.
Some of those get a little too like much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like Django Unchained was pretty good.
Fucking one of my favorite movies.
I like Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Yeah.
I did not like Inglourious. I don't know why I didn't like it.
I like that movie.
It's good. It's all right. I don't think that would like. I would never be like, oh sweet, another one of his new movies came out. I gotta watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like that.
Okay. So there's a movie that I would highly recommend. You definitely need to have subtitles on because it's all in German.
Okay.
I don't know if you've read the book, but it's based off of a book from like the 40s. It's called Quiet on the Western Front.
Never read it.
It's a World War I movie. So fucking good.
Is it? Is it brutal though? Because he does his, like, the whole, like, splatter and the blood.
No, this isn't Django Unchained. I mean, this isn't Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, it's not Quentin Tarantino. No,
I was just asking if you like his style of movies because they are, like, it's very, like, dialogue-based and things like that. Like, because I'm not a fan of, like, pure action movies. Like, I am. Like, I watched Ambulance, fucking great movie. It was just a cool movie. Like, is it, like, the smart movies? Was it like that? No, it was just, like, it was just high suspense. You would love that movie. It was really, really cool. But and I like the videography on it. Michael Bay fucking quadcopters and shit like that. It's just fucking cool. They like hired a 17-year-old professional like racer to do all those shots, like
That's
with
cool.
fucking $40,000 cameras and stuff. Fucking crazy, flying under cars when they're jumping and shit.
That's awesome.
But anyways, like that Quiet on the Western Front is definitely like that a slower paced movie where it's like has like those cuts and then it's just like very unexpected shit. Like there's a guy that does something to himself where it's like that was
kind of like that. You're right.
I didn't see that coming, and that was pretty fucking aggressive. Things like that, and then like, not a good ending for the main character, but it shows. But there's so much power into what they're trying to show. And
that's
like,
you would like this movie because that's literally exactly what it's like. It's like very like there's just slow things and there's this stuff that's like holy shit. I did not shock factors because there's shock factors definitely, and then it's not one of your typical everything works out, it's fine. No, because at the time. That's how fucking life was.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be all like rainbows and butterflies. And so that part was cool.
That's kind of how this movie is. And if you like read the book, you would know, like, I don't even want to say like what's it about because you kind of like get the gist of it, especially like in the first 10 minutes. You're like, okay, I can feel, and it just like pisses you off even more, like at least for me. And it's like, yeah, that makes complete sense. Right. So I don't want to say anything, but a great movie. I think it's a fucking really good movie. It is all in German though, because it's about World War I and it's on the German side, and yeah, it's all in German and French, I should say. Cool. Like 90% German though. Good movie.
Is it on Netflix or what?
Netflix. It's a Netflix film. Yeah.
Oh.
It's sad. Like it's a sad movie. Like it definitely like hits you hard and shit like that. But it's definitely like more of those thought processing movies and things like
Right.
that. So, but yeah. Speaking of war, fucking we traded Viktor Bout for Brittney Griner, which is
what's crazy to me. This is a crazy thought to me was. If she wasn't a nobody, which I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
okay,
you know what I mean? If
Nothing
she was like a nobody, that person would be just stuck.
Yeah, there's 2 other people still stuck in Russia.
And they're like not going to get out. And the only reason that she can get out is because they're like, there's enough publicity. Yeah. And that they can be like, okay, let me trade for someone. So
like
what about
she's
the other?
Black, gay, she can throw a ball in a hoop.
And she's a lesbian. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, so black, lesbian, so LGBT, black, woman, lesbian, or like a basketball player.
She's gay!
one of the best basketball players. Like, she is one of the best.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, I could probably beat her. But no, I'm kidding. But like WNBA, she's
for a black lesbian basketball player.
No, she's like top 5 players in the WNBA.
Oh, okay.
It's like if not LeBron, but if
McGrady.
No, he doesn't play anymore. If Kevin Durant. He's like a top 3 player, like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron.
Okay, I know who Steph Curry is with the weird.
She's not like she's like up there though, like those top like players. But it's WNBA. I don't fucking know these people. Like the only WNBA player I know, and you probably know, is fucking Lisa Leslie because she's done.
Oh yeah,
you know
what
I mean?
is Lisa Leslie?
She's probably doing. She sometimes judges a dunk contest and shit like that.
We're gonna look her up after this.
She's doing fine, but so
she's dead.
And remember when we were talking about like money, like how they don't make a lot of money because the WNBA doesn't make any money. Like she makes, she's going to another country to play basketball to compensate. She makes $250,000 a year. So she's not making like. I have a personal friend, not a personal friend. I have a personal. Remember that woman that I used to work with? She got into the WNBA.
No.
Okay, so like when I worked at Foot Locker, there was a girl, really one of the best female players in Idaho, hands down. She made it to the WNBA. Like, she's in the WNBA, but she's not, like, a great player in the WNBA, because there's different levels and shit. So, and she makes, like, $65,000 a year. But she plays in Turkey during the off season, to make that. But, like, so Brittney Griner's making, like, $250K, which isn't when you're talking about, like, an athlete, she's not making LeBron money, fucking.
But she's making more than the average WNBA
way more
woman.
Than the average person for playing a sport that you like to play and for playing. They don't play 82 games. I know that for a fucking fact. They probably play 40, or so. I don't even know. That's actually a good question. How much games do they play? How many games are in a WNBA? Oh my god, season. 36. So 36 fucking games.
Was expanded.
Oh, so expanded.
Was expanded to 36.
So they have 36 fucking games a year. So that's you put that in fucking perspective. So it's pretty much. Is that exactly? No, it's less than half the NBA. But yeah, it's just so like you're making $250K to do 36 games worth of practice, and then you have a big off season. But you're making in that. It's like if you're a teacher. Not even. Like, think of a teacher, but you only work during the summer, and then the rest of your time is off.
Right.
Like training, and you're making $250K.
Right.
It's not a small fucking amount of money for something that you want to do. Like, even, so, again, is it like WNBA money? No. Oh, and I want to talk about this, too, because we're talking about this. But it's just, anyways, it's ridiculous. But, yeah, well, like, so there's, and I don't want to get into it because, well, I am going to get into it, but... like the whole kneeling thing during like the national anthem and all that stuff. So like now that she's back, so the plane rider says she's patriotic. That when she was on the plane, like she was on the plane for 15 hours. They said that she was talking for 12 hours. We'll even just bring it up here, but so I don't want to bring that. So like where was it? So I was left with the impression that this is an intelligent, passionate, compassionate, humble, interesting person. A patriotic person, but all authentic. Sure, you can put all that stuff. But a patriotic person, she fucking better be. We've talked about this. She better be fucking patriotic for coming back, right? When you think about it, so you have this dude, the Paul Whelan, which he's actually a patriotic guy. He's in the fucking Marines. He's been there for 4 years. They've been trying to get him out. They haven't done anything. But once she's been there for 10 months. And everyone's giving... the people that are on the side of Biden and things like that are giving him credit to getting her out. Yeah, that's his fucking job. He's a negotiator for fucking foreign issues. That's his job. Right. And he fucking traded he's not a war criminal, but someone that's named the fucking Merchant of Death that has done fucking deals in the North African countries. He did deals in fucking Bosnia and fucked a lot of people up in Bosnia and the whole Yugoslav wars, all this shit. And you traded someone that fucking, and don't get me wrong, I'm glad like she's back. Like no one should be in that situation, but we just like it. It's like playing fucking poker, and I can't put it in perspective because I like suck at poker, but like if like you're trying to make a deal or something, and you give out your best hand.
Right.
I don't know. I can't think. No,
I get what you're saying. Cause it's like,
so
wow.
Now how the fuck do we get back the other people? We have nothing to get them. We don't have any other, even remotely someone famous Russian fucking person in our prison.
Was that the only one?
I
really?
don't know. There probably is. I'm not too sure. But
really I get what you're saying. Like,
but that was the deal. That was the biggest hand we could have dealt them. And now there's three others being held for bullshit too. So it's like, how do we get them back? There's no fucking
like does Russia purposely hold people because they know eventually America will give in and trade something out? You know what I mean?
She was for sure like, well, I can't even say she was fucking targeted. Like you brought that on a fucking airport. You know what I mean?
But what if she forgot?
Like think of a regular fucking person. Think of a regular person. You're scared to bring an accidental fucking big bottle of shampoo. Like you're fearful when you go to the fucking...
What all did she bring with her?
It was like hash oil. It wasn't a lot. It was like a milligram of hash oil or whatever. Something really very minute.
Right, but so I'm wondering if she just like just spaced it out, put it in her stuff, you know what I mean? Nothing that she even like thought twice about because it was so little, you know what I mean? Shampoo, of course, you think about because there's like that's just what you fucking think about. But so, okay, here's a perfect example. This is not a perfect example, but listen to this.
That. Like, if you deal with guns a lot, you're gonna check if your bags if you have a fucking bullet accidentally one in there. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get that, but like, okay, when we were coming back from Florida, I got like. I don't know what I got Mom, but for Dad, I found him like it was like a switchblade. It said something about Grandpa. I was like, you know, I was going to have Amelia give it to him. It was cool, right? It had like Florida things engraved. And I bought it and I just like had it with myself. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even fucking think about it. Yeah. I had it in my bag with shit, in my carry-on, right? And it goes through things, and then they're like, you know, I have to go back, and then I'm like, oh my God, like I can't, you know, I didn't think about it. It's not something that I gave thought to, and I was like, can I just like, so it was like I had to throw it away, or I could spend $50 to check it in. You know, so I was like, no, just throw it away, right? Yeah. Or just like when Mom, I forgot when they were coming to Bosnia about. You know, when she bought what we called the nice souvenir thing, and it had like a bottle, but it had pizza inside.
Yeah.
And because it was liquid and it was over this amount, you threw it out, right? Yeah. But there's certain things that I could see how it could be forgetful. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're packing, you're in the hype, whatever. I would understand if it was like a big bag of weed or a big thing of coke, and then you're already like, and with the thought of, oh, I know I'm not supposed to bring it in, but like, let me try to see how to sneak it. Unless it was just like a small thing, you throw it in. But it's just ridiculous to me to still... you know, charge someone to that degree of spending life in prison without the thought of, you know what, this person has publicity, everything, we're going to keep her because eventually we're going to get our way.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It's 100% a political fucking thing. Like, she was definitely, like, targeted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, and that not because she's black or anything like that. It's because she's American. Like, just strictly because she's American. But, of course, like, you know, things like that. Like, so what if it happened like if it was just a nobody, right? Like it's just
I wonder what would have happened
then, right? So like that's a bit different, but obviously it was like a political thing, like you know, and it's like, you know, and like let's be real, we fucking do the same shit, like it's just what it is, but it's just like, so like everyone's giving, you know, Biden credit and all that stuff for getting her back, but it's like you didn't get anyone fucking else back for this deal.
Right.
Like that's a really shitty negotiation.
Right. You should have gotten.
But so I put on Facebook. I don't know if you saw, but I was like, I don't know why everyone's fucking mad about this trade. Because I was like,
I saw that.
I don't know why everyone's mad about this trade because now we're gonna get Lord of War 2 with Nicolas Cage. That means a new Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it's just interesting, you know, and I'm just. I just hope he does fucking what he used to do, but by like even a further degree. Like imagine the people that like sacrifice themselves to find this fucking guy, right? Back in 2008.
Right.
And for this shit to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, well, what the fuck did I risk my life for?
Right.
And I don't know if anyone died during that, but like imagine like Pablo Escobar or like Carlos Guzman, the fucking El Chapo and shit like that. Like the DEA, these fucking people, whatever, like whether they're corrupt or not, gives a shit. But like these people that work for this, and you know, it's like, well, what the fuck was that for?
Right.
To get this off? Like,
it's just like a never-ending. It's just job security because now they're gonna have another reason to have people go and look for the same fucking guy. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just like a never-ending shit cycle. You know.
Literally, but it's just it's just funny.
So I wonder if she's gonna all of a sudden turn like super patriotic or what? So is she gonna be kneeling again? Like what's gonna happen?
That's gonna be a very interesting thing.
It's gonna suck for her, you know.
If she fucking kneels at something, man, I would not be fucking surprised if she gets killed or has insane amounts of death threats. I would not be surprised.
Oh yeah.
There's no fucking way. There is literally no fucking way that won't happen.
Right.
That if she like says something un-American or unpatriotic or some bullshit, whether you fucking believe it or not, you better show that you fucking believe in it, because America literally saved your fucking ass. Because if they weren't there for that, whether it was fucking Biden, Trump, or fucking Abraham Lincoln, your ass would have fucking been there, whether it was right or wrong. I'm sorry, but that's a different fucking country. Whether it was right or wrong, which is completely fucking wrong, but it's like,
just those are the consequences. Like, that sucks. You know what I mean?
And, you know, we've talked about it before. It's like we have fucking thousands of people here for stupid fucking crimes.
Oh, yeah.
For stupid crimes. And the fuck are we doing about it? Nothing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's just like...
I guess the big lesson is if you're going to travel to certain places, whether it's work or personal, whatever related, research the country's fucking rules, you know? Not just like if I were to go to Korea, you best just believe your sweet ass. I'm going to research ways of like not to look disrespectful. You know what I mean?
North Korea or South Korea?
I just said Korea, whichever.
Okay.
North.
It was a little bit different.
North.
If you got to make sure you're really looking at the rules in North Korea and if you can get in.
Right.
But yeah, no, of course. And it's like the same thing with like the whole like Qatar thing, right? Qatar being in the hosting the World Cup, which is, so I'm not on Qatar's side on this. It was just a super big scandal. Like they paid off FIFA. FIFA's a shit organization. It's all fucking stupid, right? It's all about money. But so like they shouldn't have hosted it in the fucking first place.
Why are people mad that they hosted it?
So they going into depths with it. One, normally the World Cup isn't around this time. It's not in December. It's normally during the summer. But it's so fucking hot in that country that like if you literally can't do it. And now they want to host the summer games for Olympics, which is just like whatever. A country has like whatever. It's an Islamic country, like hyper Islamic country. So there's already like you can't, and the like so like you can't wear like rainbow flags and LGBT stuff, right? But it's not even that they're like anti-gay to the point. You can't show any, like, you can't kiss in public. Not man and man, female, female, everyone. Man, female, no one. You cannot show affection in public. No affection in public. And
so this would even be like for anybody that's in their country. So like if they're hosting the Olympics, that's a huge thing because
they're hosting the World Cup, which is a huge thing.
Right.
Like,
so
there's
then
people
it's like,
from all over the country.
So then it's like you're sitting there with like, you know, your spouse or whoever. So like what if you're just sitting and you give them a hug because you're excited this person win? You can't even do that?
I don't know how much of an extent it goes down to, but so there's a lot of people, like there was a lot of teams that want to wear like one love, I think, and it's like a rainbow. Like they always have like armbands of certain shit, and a lot of teams wanted to do like one love and like LGBT stuff, but like they wouldn't allow. Like FIFA wasn't allowing it, or you'll get like a red card if like you know things like that, right? Which like again, like so that, going back to that, it's like you have to like also respect their rules too,
Right?
That's
Right.
like whether you believe in that religion or not, because it is like really based off of the Islam.
Right.
You know, whether you believe it or not, you have to still respect that shit for it. You know, like
Because you're in their country. Then
you're in their country.
I mean?
You know, so it's like. It's just like this whole spread trying to like make the world like us, or you know, because it was a big thing like in England here, or whatever, like the Western countries, I guess you can say. But like this whole big push for it, like well, it shouldn't have been there in the first place because of the corruption, right? Like it was supposed to be like in France or something, and then like soon after, like Qatar got it, Qatar gave a big military surplus to France, but like so it could have been deeper than like just FIFA. It could have been deeper to like military.
Like,
it was very
like
very
it was like I'm paying money to have this here. Is it because you just get a lot of like? I mean, you get a lot of shit. Like, what are the benefits of hosting something like that?
They had to spend a ton of money. Like at first, when it was being built, they said like 7,000 immigrant workers died doing this, but it wasn't that much.
Didn't they have to build an extra thing?
Oh, they had to build fucking subway systems, infrastructure,
just to hold this
in a lot of stuff. And this is a very rich country, like it's oil rich.
To just get all that ready, how did they build it so fast?
Well, immigrant workers, you know, so like a lot of people, you know, like immigrants and all that stuff from different countries, but you had workers that died. It's like it was just like. And it's just really hot, you know, and things like that. So all this shit, right? It shouldn't have been there, like unless they got it like naturally and not like by like paying money under the table and all that stuff. Then like sure, like fucking host it where the fuck you want to host it, right? But so all this stuff. So like that's kind of like what I'm getting to is like you just gotta respect other fucking countries too. You know what I mean? Like whether you know whatever your thoughts are and stuff like that, like. You can't fucking spread that all. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like going to a fucking like a sacred like those fucking tribes that like don't, and you're like use this fucking phone now.
Right.
It's like well holy
but
fuck.
I mean,
like, that's
even
not...
if you want to take it small though, it's like no one likes it when someone comes into your home, the home that you live in, and then it's like they see like. Even when it comes to something simple as like, okay, they go to start washing their dishes that they've been washing their, you know, and this person, they've for the first time I've come to your home, so it's not someone that you're even close to. For the first time come to your home, and they're like, no, this is how you should be washing it, and you're like, dude, who the fuck are you to even? I've been washing my dishes like this forever because my mom taught me how to wash the dishes and her mom taught me how to wash the dishes, and you just came into my house and now you're telling me to change. You know what I mean? So I get that. I also get the being torn of like, well, I want to be able to express my thing, but then it's like, you know, what people forget is like, dude,
but it's soccer. It's literally soccer.
It's like, dude, just you can put your shit aside for like if you want to play and you want to do this, okay, then these are the rules that you have to follow. Do that. Get done, move on with your day, and then as long as like wherever you're at and whatever you see every single day is accepting of you, then cool.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
This isn't even the players. This is like people going to the things.
Like
these
the
are
tourist
like fans,
people,
right?
fans.
Fans and stuff like that. So like
that's even dumber.
Yeah, exactly.
That's even dumber.
So they're going there not to even watch the fucking soccer, and they're there to like spread
just
their
spread
political
their
belief
right. So it's
which
like,
is like
dude,
sure, I guess, but it's like man, like at the same time.
But it's like I don't know why people like. I don't know. People just like.
And I'm
they just fucking care too much. You know what I mean? Like it really does. It's like what the fuck is the point?
It's like you're not gonna live there,
right? What the hell's the point?
That? Like, and I'm for all that shit, obviously, and I know you're for sure for all that shit. But it's like I'm not gonna fucking go over there and spread that shit it's like a deeply like it's an Islamic country. Like their government is Islamic.
And
like
it's like a generation of their viewpoints, and just because you come, like they're not gonna change that though.
Yeah.
They're not gonna change that.
No.
So just fucking deal with it.
Yeah. It's like you're not gonna live there.
Right. What
the
fuck's
fuck
the point?
do you care? Like I don't know. It's just like
because some people would rather just have the drama.
Well, it's like what it is. Like there was a guy that ran out with like a rainbow flag and like had I think it said like Slava Ukraine on it, and then on the back it said like protect Iranian women or something like that. And he was like running out in the thing, and everyone was like, well, who knows if he's still alive? You know, things like that.
Right,
like, there was people that were like that made it to the airport and had like a rainbow flag, and they got like it pretty much like Brittney Griner, you know, not in prison, but like you
Right.
got to go back. You know what I mean? Like they weren't putting people in prison for this shit, but like they were just immediately like, no, you get on a fucking plane and get the fuck out of here. Like we don't accept that here. Like that's all it is. Like they're not killing them. They're not fucking doing this and all that stuff. And again, I'm not like, I saw an interview of like one of like a government leader, and even he stated, he's like, it's technically not illegal to be gay here. Just don't like as long as you're doing that in your home,
right?
That's fine. So, and that again, I don't know what the fuck happens in that country. I know there's certain fucking Arabic countries and Islamic countries, whatever you want to say, Middle Eastern countries. I'll put it all in there. That like they fucking stone them, and even African countries, like a lot of fucking countries. So I don't know exactly what it is over there. But if like I don't know if that's true or not, or if he was just trying to like cover or whatever, I'm not sure. But that's what he stated. Like you know, as long as it's in the home. But he's like it's anyone. You cannot show affection in public. Like when you're in your own home, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Gay, straight, whatever.
Right.
But if you're in outside, men, women, no, nothing.
Right.
That's just
what they do.
That.
I just don't get people. Like I really don't.
Yeah.
Like.
It's weird because then like you have the whole fucking. It's just. Yeah, I don't know.
But there's that like, which is kind of like a little. I mean, it's kind of on the same page, but I just saw this thing that scrolling through Facebook, and it was like the JoJo Siwa because she's gay, right? And she like had this this drama thing with the person that was on Full House.
What person?
Like the older sister, and I think her name's like Candace or something. I don't know. But she's starting like a new, like she's doing a new channel. Like the Candace lady wants to start a new television channel, and she's like that has more like traditional marriages, man and woman. And then it just sparked this huge debate. And then it's like, okay, again, this is the same thing with like the COVID bullshit, right? It's like, okay, dude, look, this person, their belief is traditional marriage is man and woman. So they want to have television shows, whatever. Okay, that's on them. You have a belief that it's whoever, wherever, however. Okay, then that's you.
Yeah.
So then you start your own fucking television show. Yeah. And then whoever feels like you will watch it. And then whoever feels like her will watch it. And then you fucking go on with your life.
Yep.
But like you forcing her to feel that way, it's like, how is that fair to this person?
Yeah.
Like, because then so you want them to just like, okay, fine, whatever. Fuck my views. I'll just go on. You know what I mean? That's the same as like over there. It's like if that's just their views of, hey, we don't want to see any kind of affection anywhere.
Yeah.
Why are you coming? It would be different if things are just like. Things are different if like, okay, I'm being stopped at being able to like drop my daughter off at school because you're like, well, we heard that you have a girlfriend or whatever, and now your daughter can't go to school here. Okay, now it's an issue because now it's affecting, that. Or, I'm about to, like, buy a home or rent a home or something, and then to where, like, who my partner is should have nothing to do with what I'm trying to achieve, right? Yeah. But it's being, like, stopped at being able to do it. Like, now I have an issue with it, right? When it's, like, affects that.
That's called systematic,
right.
Yeah.
But then if it's, like, who gives a fuck about public shit? Yeah. Like, just don't hold hands in public then. It's okay. Like, you will be okay.
Yeah.
You really will. Like, it's not that important for you to have to shout it to the whole world. You know what I mean? Because you don't. You really don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know. You look at, like, you see how fucking much it's falling apart in these fucking, U.S. and U.K., like the top two. Like, it's fucking falling apart in these countries. Like, and then we're trying to spread what we believe is right here. It's like, man, look at us. We're fucking. People are like, even when you look at like, even where we're from, fucking Boise and stuff like that. It's still like there's not that much fucking crime and shit like that, like compared to like L.A. or like U.K. where fucking so many stabbings happen because like you know what I mean. It's like.
Right.
It's just like we're such a fucking broken nation, and then we're trying to spread that broken nation belief to others. It's like, man, although others have it a little bit, like, I don't know. It's fucked everywhere, I guess.
Right. It really is.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know. But, yeah, it's fucking, that whole thing. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. I just saw this part where it was like, a stadium, but then it just was saying like they had to build like a whole extra like.
Oh, they built like they built a couple. I think they built a couple and then they remade one or whatever, like fixed it up.
But like they make these stadiums, and then do they ever do anything else with it afterwards, or do it just kind of like stays abandoned?
I think it just stays abandoned. Like you look at, obviously, like we went through war, but like you look at all the Olympic stuff in Sarajevo, and it's just all abandoned. Like I don't know what what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
Like what a shitty like thing.
I don't know. I really, because like I don't know how
Google,
much.
what happens to
Let's see. Do countries make money? Money from the Olympics, perfect. No city in the modern era has ever profited from hosting the Olympics except for Los Angeles in 1984.
Do countries benefit from the Olympics? Let's do that.
Winning a bid to host the Olympics has been considered a major boon for any city, but not all agree. Proponents believe that hosting the Olympic Games can increase valuable tourism, boost local economies, and host. Like, I feel like honestly, I feel like, let's say Yugoslavia never split apart, right? And it was still for what it was, because we were the first socialist country to ever host I believe still to this day, the only socialist country that ever hosted an Olympic event. So for a country that still had free travel but was socialist, it was different. It wasn't as like, I guess it was popular kind of as Yugoslavia because like our shit. But like, let's say we never split apart and things like that, everything was good, and it would have like introduced more tourism. I feel like you know, because a lot of people know Croatia. Right. You talk to most people here.
They know about
Croatia.
They're
like, oh, where's Bosnia? You know where like Croatia or Greece is? Yeah, I know. It's literally right next to it. Like, so a lot of people will know like Croatia because that's like the nice part. You know, like we have whatever. But I feel like for nations like that, but yeah, I get them at the same time. I don't know. It's like I just
feel like they spend so much money getting it ready.
Oh, 100%.
It's like the extreme of Čistit kuća when the Bosnians supposed to come over. You know, but like an extreme, right?
Yeah. They're the only one, and it's L.A., which is very surprising.
But it's L.A. though, so you're in California. You have things that maybe tourist things will spend money on. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, with the $250 million operating surplus, so that's how much they built it.
Why do countries want the Olympics?
One of the reasons why it boosts tourism, and it has various instances where countries have left with operating surpluses from tourism broadcasting fees.
Okay, well,
it's like some stuff, I guess, but
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it just does more harm than good because you're having to clean it up. I mean, it gives, unless you're paying people shit ass wages to get all this shit done. That
was the biggest thing with Qatar is like the using immigrant workers for
like slave labor, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
To just get it done, to try to make some sort of
pretty much, yeah,
profit
and
off
like,
of it.
I don't know how much died, but like I want to say like
look it up.
I think it was like 300 or something.
Died because of the heat or what? No, because it's not hot right there right now.
I think it's. Let's see temperature over there right now. I think it's still pretty fucking hot over there. 60. I guess it's not. It's 7 a.m. It'll be 80. Okay, so it's good now. But Qatar.
Qatar is like Dubai and shit, right?
No, it's there. It's kind of, but it's Doha, Qatar. It's their Doha. So like they're close, but not like that close. So like Abu Dhabi and then Dubai is right here. So that's the UAE, and then they have their country here. Then they get Iran and all that stuff. But super rich oil country, you know, things like that. So similar thing. They're building Doha, and that's their capital and shit like that. But so going back,
they should have just had it in France.
Fucking that place is a shithole too. That's the WNBA thing. So Qatar deaths. And this guy I don't know what the fuck happened with this sports journalist thing.
After death threats?
So after collapsing at Qatar. So I think he just died. It was some journalist or something. I saw that recently. So see, some people say 6,500, but then that's like way too much, but I don't know. It's not that much, but it's not that, I don't even know. See, this is a year old. This is like what the initial things were, but it wasn't that much. Like Qatar said it was like 70. They said it was 6,500, but I think it was like 300 or something like that. So used by okay. Damn, just give me. Qatar puts World Cup between 400 and 500. Yeah.
Between 400 and 500?
I think so. I think that's what it was. Because the numbers first came out like when it was like first being built and all this shit.
When did they first start building this?
I don't know. Probably like probably 4 years ago.
Oh, they started building this 4 years ago?
I don't know. They started building. So they unveiled. So the proposed stadiums for the World Cup were unveiled in the beginning of March. So probably 12 years if they knew by then.
Oh.
The complete timeline of how Qatar started hosting.
They knew 12 years ago that they would do the 2022 World Cup?
Yes.
How the fuck do people know that far ahead?
Oh, no, Olympics is like always, like these things are always quite ahead. Like they stay ahead. Like they're...
Like, do they already know what they're going to do for like 2036? Like for real? Do they have something like that?
I don't think it's that far in, but like let's do World Cup. Wiki. And then... Oh, and speaking, because we're talking about the World Cup, but let's do. Give me like current champions. List of broadcast. Give me like. Oh, where's that? Like, there's always like the list. Oh, like this. Sorry, 2022 FIFA World Cup, and then you can always do like the next year and all that stuff. So this was Qatar. So 2026 is gonna be. Oh yeah, it's all 3 countries, Mexico. So it's like. North America. This one's to be dated. 2034 is supposed to be dated and all that stuff.
Oh.
But Olympics, because every 4 years. Olympics, same thing, because like the 20. Let's just do Olympics. What was the most recent one? 2020, right? Summer Olympics. Let's do that. So that one was in Tokyo, obviously, and then Beijing will be 2022 because it was kind of fucked and all that stuff. This is Olympic. This is winter. Sorry. So Beijing will be 2022, and then Paris will be 2024. Milano, Cortina, 2020, and then 2028 is LA, 2030s, and then Brisbane. So like sometimes they don't have it, but it's always like bids. You know who's gonna do. So it's always.
I didn't know it was like way ahead.
So that's the thing. Is what's funny is like you've had. Sorry guys.
You've had 12 years to get something done.
You've had 12 years to figure out what and I'm sure they were building it for that whole time, but like the people that are like striking and being pissed at Qatar's hosting, it's like you have 12 years to fucking talk about this. Right. And then right when it fucking happens, you guys are all fucking throwing a storm. So, well, fuck you. Don't watch the games if you don't fucking accept it. Just don't fucking watch. It's fucking soccer. Who gives a shit? So it's like at the end of the day, that's that. But going back to like WNBA, how it loses money and stuff like that. So the U.S. they didn't make it like too far, but I think they made it the first time to the top 16. Mm-hmm. And when they won that game, whoever it was, so they won, right? The men's national basketball team won, and I guess this is what equality is. But for that game, each women's soccer player got like $300,000 for that win, when they had like literally nothing to do with it.
Why?
Because they want equal pay as well, but again, they don't fucking make nearly as much. Like. That's the problem. So like people, there's a lot of the players are like we're not saying we should be like WNBA. We shouldn't be getting paid as much as NBA, but we should be paid the same profit shares. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
So doing the math on that, because people have, the NBA loses $10 million a year. So every single WNBA player would have to pay $90,000 to play.
Right.
So it's like, do you want profit share now? You know what I mean?
Or do you want to just keep your mouth shut and get what you get and don't throw a fit?
Exactly.
What happened to that? You know?
Right. So same thing with the U.S. women's national team. I think it's something like that. Let me do men's pay. I don't know how to like bring it up. So
the U.S. soccer equal pay details?
So U.S. women's soccer team will pocket at least $6.5 million from the World Cup knockout rounds, more than they received from winning 2 successive World Cups. So that's what this equality thing is. So it's like, what the fuck is that doing? Like,
so because the men's get there, they get the money?
They're getting $6.5 million for making it that far.
That's how much are the men getting?
Oh, a good amount. But because people fucking watch it. It's like, spend more money on fucking advertising. Spend more money. Like, Shaq said it fucking best, and this is what the women fucking basketball players said, which is so idiotic and fucking stupid. Shaq, one of the fucking greatest and most successful fucking basketball players out there, trying to help hey, let's fucking fix this issue. You guys don't have people going to your fucking games. Lower the hoop 1 foot. What's the one thing missing in the WNBA that the NBA fucking has?
Slam dunks.
Lisa Leslie was like one of the few ever to do it. It doesn't happen. Even when they're like 6'6". Brittney Griner's like 6'6" or something like shit. Like, I don't think she ever fucking dunks.
Right.
He said, bring the hoop down 1 foot. It immediately sparked fucking outrage. Oh, well, because women aren't fucking good. They don't deserve 10 hoops and or 10-foot hoops and all that stuff.
No, because it's like, dude,
look at fucking volleyball. It's fucking lowered by like 1.5 feet. Right. For men's versus women's. And women's volleyball is fucking hugely more successful than men's.
Right.
Because they can fucking keep up. Like, let's be fucking real. Women are naturally just, when you take a bucket of 100 to a bucket of 100, whether you take the tallest to the shortest, men are usually taller and slightly bigger than fucking women.
Right.
Like, that's just what it is. It's just our fucking natural nature of bullshit, how the fucking world works. And, like, yeah, she said that, and like
the women
like the players were like, oh, you know, he's fucking ragging us down. Well, then you fucking deal with your own shit about. But it
doesn't do anything because then you still get the money. So no less.
I guess so.
You know what I mean?
Like, it's not because the NBA gives the WNBA because it's like.
Oh right, because it's soccer. Sorry.
But yeah, no, same. You know what I mean? But it's like it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, man. And then yeah, you always have like the fucking stories of like a women's national team, Australia, for being one of them, like. An Australian women's national team, so like the best players in Australia, like, you know, getting beat by like 16-year-old boy, fucking not like it's not even fucking close, like, but in like 7-0, they're getting fucking shit on by 16-year-old kids, and you're trying to expect, It's like make it more exciting, like make it fucking more exciting, You know, that's like it's just ridiculous, like it's. I don't know. It's just like you know, if you look at like boxing and MMA and stuff like that, like women MMA fights are fucking awesome. Like they're great.
Oh, right.
They're fucking fun to watch. They're great. But like the MMA is a perfect example because way before when it wasn't as successful, it was just like fight whoever the fuck you want to fight, right? Not like women to men, but like you can be like 100-pound fucking dude fighting a 300 fucking pound ultra heavyweight. Right, but now it's like class to class. There's weigh-ins. They're both 155. Maybe one's shorter, one's and it's to get to that level. But you're going equal to equal.
Right.
So let's make it fucking more equal to equal, right? And it's like it, it's just ridiculous. So and they shot that fucking shit down. It's like, well, then you fucking deal with this shit.
Right.
Because like do something to make it more successful.
No,
like,
because it would just be easier just to lay there and just expect it to be given to you. You know.
Yeah.
It's entitlement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
It really is.
Yeah, for just that one game. So like this was just like that total thing, but there was like the news story when I saw it come out. It was like 350,000 for 350,000 for some shit. I don't know. Yeah, something like I don't know. But it's like, well, I don't fucking know. It's just ridiculous.
That's fucked up, in a way, you know.
It's like a and like we've talked about it before. It's the same fucking thing as like that's literally like us saying because Joe Rogan is successful on a podcast or fucking whoever the fuck is successful on a podcast, they like should
give me the profits.
Yeah.
Because
I run a podcast.
And because I mentioned you on my podcast, so therefore I'm entitled to it, you know?
It's like, man, I don't know. It's
ridiculous.
It's stupid. It's really dumb.
But it's like the world that we live in, you know? It's like, let me make money off of you, and I'm just going to be here and do nothing in a way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm not saying they don't do anything, but like, I didn't do anything to contribute to you being there.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking train you. I didn't train with you.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that. I can support you by like cheering you on, but that's not me like helping push you to that, you know? And how some people will like ride on the backs of certain workers, you know, that don't do anything, but it's like that's just what it is. Yeah. And like just happens all the fucking time. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just this is just fucked up more because you see it's like a big numbers, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's dumb. Stupid.
Blenta, strano blenta voglio
But So I've been in contact with FIFA. We'll end it on this or whatever.
Okay.
But I've been in contact with FIFA and all that stuff, and I'm close to getting the approval to host the 2020 whatever games in our backyard here.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that's awesome.
I know.
Make sure I have Dad start building a stadium right now.
Just building a stadium. But yeah, anything new with you?
Still got braces.
Well,
and that's it.
Has it improved?
I don't really. I mean, not yet because it's only been like a couple of weeks, but like 3 weeks. I reached 1,500 miles in my car.
Did you?
Yep. That hurts.
Yeah.
You know, it hurts seeing the miles go up when you first
Yeah.
get a new one.
Yeah.
Like on my Mazda, I don't even notice it.
Yeah.
Because you don't. It's so much that you don't.
So much, yeah. It's like whatever.
But this one, you know, it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts every time. Like I'm like, can I just drive backwards so like it goes away? But I don't think it will. You know, I think it just keeps going up.
Yeah. So my cars.
There's that. You know. And, trying to think of what to get you for like our gift exchange for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, you were saying like what was the limit? Like $10-$20?
Something like that. Yeah, 20,
But are you wanting to do like a I legit want to know this because we only meet up every Sunday.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know what I mean? And so this way if I need to like order something online, I want to make sure it gets here on time for us to somewhat do it close to like that period of time. So I would just like to know, are you wanting it to be like we get something off of Wish again? Are you thinking of getting something that's like what's our theme? Or is it just like anything? It could just be like, oh, you think of me and you bought this. Or is it like, okay, we have to get each other like a gag gift or a practical gift or like, what are you thinking?
What do you think is a good idea? It doesn't have to be like Wish. If you fucking see something on Wish, like, and you have the time to get it,
right,
sure.
I just
Obviously,
didn't know.
we're not gonna film on the 25th because that's Christmas Day.
Holy shit! Christmas is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, for that episode, I guess we'll find a day. It doesn't matter. Like it's gonna release on Wednesday either way.
Right.
But so anytime we can do an episode before like the 27th and have the thing by the 27th.
Okay.
But it can be Wish. It can really be like, I guess, like, yeah, what it reminds you of or something. I don't know.
Why is that so hard for me?
It's tough. Like, if it's so, like, broad. Because I get what you're trying to say, because it's like, then I can get you, like, a fucking stupid gag gift, and then you get me, like, something, like, thoughtful and cool. I'm like, well...
Oh,
you know what I mean? So,
no, which is fine. I just, like, I don't care. Like, I just wanted to make sure that we were okay with whatever genre we came up with. But that's why I didn't know, like, if you want to do something that was, like, similar, okay, then we'll just do something that's similar. But if we're, like, whatever, if you want to make me laugh, if you want to be practical, if you want to be sentimental, whatever, we're just exchanging it, cool. We can do that, too. I just wasn't sure kind of, like, what to look for.
Yeah. We'll figure it out, I guess.
That gives you no answers.
I know, because I don't have the answer. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. You know that shit movie?
Yeah.
With Tom Cruise, I mean. Farewell.
Did you ever get any before we go, because I know you said that was the last one, did you get any feedback yet for your potato truck
Fuck no.
job?
I got denied for that dealership photography job.
Okay.
I haven't gotten any like other response for any other job. I don't think I got the fucking response for Walker. For fucking Walker. I don't
Dude,
think
is it on Indeed that you're finding things?
Everything.
Honestly, there's so many fucking scams going on.
But no, those weren't scams. It was like that one. Like Walker, they didn't even respond. So whatever, I don't give a that. But the photography one, like we're going with other candidates.
Right. What about the potato one?
The potato one, I haven't heard anything back. So you could tell when something's a scam or not. Like I'm really good at fucking telling. You know, you order snow shines and shit, and not know what the fuck you're doing. But I am really good at detecting a scam. And yes, it's been terrible. So, farewell, Tom Cruise. I miss you, son. You ain't coming back.
I don't know what that means, but
Fucking on cinema at the cinema. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been just working out, and it's been rough this fucking week. I'm not like losing shit. I'm on a plateau again.
we gotta change something up, maybe.
Fucking kill myself.
It's hard, man. With our genetics, this is just wax, not like boogers or anything.
Oh,
like,
that's fine.
it's just wax from my brains. It's hard with genetic like ours. Like, I'm serious. I really am, because you know, there's some people that honestly like, oh, I need to lose like, let's just say like 10 pounds. I'll just stop drinking pop for like a few months, you know, or whatever, like whatever their vice is, right? But with us and our genetics, like, we legit have to work so fucking
So
hard.
I've been doing this for 3.5 months. I didn't mean to cut you off. But I'm not going to say, like, I'm doing it, right? I've lost 50 pounds. I've been doing it. I could tell definition, muscles. I'm doing it, right? But what you're trying to get at is I feel like I watch videos online, right? Like fitness videos, whatever. And they're like, oh, this is the diet I do to like cut 10 pounds of fat in whatever amount of time, right? But 10 pounds of fat, right? So like, and they're more fit people, right? They're more fit people. And it's like, okay, like you eat like this. And it still comes out to like the most I've seen recently is like 1,800 calories. I'm like, if I eat 1,800 calories, I'm gaining weight.
All right.
I have to push. I literally have like noticed that I have to be, I would say, beneath 1,400 calories to see like a good amount of movement.
Which is crazy.
Which is insane because the fatter you are, the more calories you just burn naturally, right? Your MBR, and the more active you are, the more calories you just naturally burn.
Right.
So like I always wear my watch and all that stuff. And is it exactly right? No, but like these people are 180, right? 170. They're muscular, lean, things like that.
Right.
Sure, but they were like on a bulk, and they just want to now just shred down to like be a lot less lean. They have a month. They're gonna eat this, and they're gonna lose 10 pounds of pure fat, right? And water weight and waste, that kind of bullshit, right? And they do this like whatever diet, and yeah, it comes out to like it's like 1,800 calories. And like they're eating healthy. Like I'm not saying they're fucking doing bullshit.
Right.
They're eating healthy, which I relatively do, and. Yeah, they're like doing all this shit and like, but they're eating that much. Like they're working out, but like so am I. I'm going like I now pretty much I'm going 7 days a week. I don't have like a day off of the gym, and like now we're like doing this track, and I could show you like multiple of my days are fucking like at the gym, and I don't count total calories. I'm talking about like active calories, like 1,800. That today was 950. I'm like because we have like a competition be like above 500 for the 4 times a week or whatever, but I'm always like way above that, and then. This week I didn't do it every day because fucking sometimes I just fall off the wagon. But I'll do like net calories. So if I eat 1,000 calories that day, I better fucking lose 1,000 calories at the gym, right? So like your net is 0,
right,
from active, and that's not just chilling calories, right?
Right.
So I don't know.
So
it's
with
just
that,
like,
you should be losing a lot.
yeah, because like this week, right? This week again, same fucking thing. I got to I did my video. I was 284 on the fucking video. Great. My goal was to be like, and I don't want anything aggressive. I'm not like 2 pounds a week. I'm happy with that, right? 2 pounds a week. I'm not like going for anything fast because I don't need to, And when I do the competition, I'll have 6 months this time, not 3.5 months, and compress 50 pounds in that little time, So with that being said, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm 284, and working out and all this stuff. One day I went to 2,100 calories, and I've been fighting it fucking now for 4 days because I went to 290. I went up
6
to 290.
pounds.
6 pounds from that one fucking, which makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. I literally same thing happened with me when I did the night that I did that. Remember,
Yeah,
I fucking
right.
and I had to like work extra hard to live. And now I'm fat. I ate 250 calories today. I think I'm gonna eat like probably 300 more, whatever the thing that mom made, and that's it for my day. And then tomorrow, if I'm not fucking in the 283 range, because I was 284 today, I finally got to 284. If I'm not in fucking 283 tomorrow, like high 283, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I should be though. I know my body, so I know if I'm like under 1,200 calories, it's gonna go well for me. But I feel like anytime I go even at 1,500, like with eating lean too, like chicken, broccoli, and all that stuff, it still like tends to go. I don't know.
Do you like your life better now though? Do you feel better?
I like this.
Do you feel better?
Like
in your body. Do you feel a difference in anything?
I do.
Like in the just the losing of the weight. Like
100%.
Like just in
going downstairs doesn't hurt as much anymore.
Yeah.
I was having left knee issues.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt anymore.
Have you noticed any like different like in sleep or anything?
No, sleep is still shit. Sleep I think is worse because now my hip fucking hurts on this mattress.
Oh.
Sleep is I feel like a lot worse. Energy is I would say about the same.
Mm-hmm.
I ran my first ever mile, first time since high school, 12
That's
and a half
awesome.
minutes.
That's awesome.
So that was that. But I feel like I do feel better, but at the same time, I don't feel like this atrocious amount of difference.
Right.
Like, I still fucking hate my life.
Well, I mean, like...
No, I do feel better, and I do recommend everyone, to do it. I do. And I'm happy with it. Like, I like going to the gym. Like, I'm, like, I've been doing it for literally, like, 3.5 months now. Like, pretty much on. Like,
right.
and it's been great.
That's awesome.
I've showered here, like, 4 times in those 3.5 months.
Saved water.
So, well, not saved water because I'm still using water. But,
But yeah,
no, it's been fine. Like, there's still a lot more to fucking work to do. I can't wait to get to that. I just want to get to that 279 mark so I can fucking start that competition again.
Right.
But, yeah.
And your competition is going to be 6 months?
Yeah, it just has to be 6
but
months.
So from what? From 279 to what?
I think I'm going to do 240.
Yeah?
240, I think, is what I'm going to do.
What's your, like, goal weight?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess we'll get there when we do. But I think, like, 220. More muscle.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like a bigger dude still, but like, I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm not sure how my body's how it's gonna grow.
Right.
In the muscular spectrum, but
because I know like sometimes it's harder and harder and harder to lose weight.
It is. It's obviously
the closer you get to like whatever your goal is.
So yeah, but 240 is what I'll do.
That's good enough. That's 39 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like 7-8 pounds a month. 2 pounds a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't get it. Like when I watch like those videos, I'm like, what? And then like even for like with like they'll do like actor like how an actor gets in this role. Most likely they're using steroids. Like the actor when act like The Rock and all that stuff, and like or like certain like actors that like get into these roles and like just bulk up like crazy or do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're most likely fucking using something, but like they go on this diet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And God, there was one I just recently saw. It was for who the fuck was it for? Oh my God, I don't remember who it was. I don't know what it was for, but like his cutting, like him cutting, right? His cut, like so. There's bulk and cut, like cutting is fucking
to
cutting
losing weight, right?
to not even losing weight, but like losing to have like that fucking veiny look and like the vascular look.
Oh,
That's like pure cutting,
right?
That's like normally like a little amount of calories. You're trying to take that water out and all that stuff. It's like fucking 1,800 calories. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm fat as fuck, and like my BMR is like 2,500, and I feel like 1,800 for me is bulking. That's what it feels like, and I'm like going hard at the gym with it too.
I wonder if you just need to go talk to like somebody.
I really do. I really.
I wonder if you should just honestly like sit down and talk. I don't know who would do that. A nutritionist, something, and
like
just like actually legit talk about that, and then maybe there's something that you just don't know about. Yeah. I don't fucking know, because it is crazy.
How do you not know? I want you to know.
It is crazy to me though. It was crazy to me from when I was doing the losing the weight, like during COVID, whenever fucking that was, a long time ago. And I remember that's when you stopped drinking pop.
Yeah.
Soda.
Yeah.
And at the time,
I haven't drank literally anything but water or sparkling water for 3.5 months now. And now it's even more aggressive now. Like I will never drink soda ever again. Yeah.
When that happened, that was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years ago. A year and a half.
Like
maybe
that,
2 years ago. I don't fucking know, but.
Maybe.
And that was the one thing that we did, stop soda, right? Just from you just stopping soda and cutting down on the amount of food that we would go out to eat and everything else. That has a lot of calories. Just in the one Coke or whatever has a ton of calories. So just stopping that, it should have shown some sort of weight loss, right?
It did. No, but it worked. The thing is, like, that time I didn't have that full inspiration that I have right now.
Right.
It's not even inspiration. It's just like it's like a need. It's like you need to breathe. I literally need to. That's the feeling I have with this now.
Right.
It's not even like to be inspired and all that stuff. It's literally it's gotten to the point of me for like it's like I need to breathe. It's like okay, I need to fucking go to the gym. Like that's how it is right now, right? So
I want to get to that, and I haven't.
Yeah, that's the huge
How did I get
fucking
to that?
part.
What made you get to that? Like, what was the pivotal moment that you're like, okay, I'm kind of done?
Gosh, I don't even know.
There's gotta be something.
I like for me, it was like I don't know. I really don't know. Like it was just like you're just like done with it. I guess I really don't know. It was like nothing major. It wasn't like anything fucking crazy. But like but I don't know. It's just like obviously like I know I have like a lot more work to do and stuff like that. But it's like that's the level I'm at. Like there's like no like bullshit.
Right.
And the thing is, it's like again the most like, and I'm not so to the point of aggressive where it's like it's literally like a fucking religion to me to like eat. Like I'll still eat out, but I really look at now what I eat out, right? So it's like I know, like sometimes when I like do a McDonald's thing, right? Like now I look at like the chicken sandwich I got fucking Chick-fil-A and like no sauces, right? Sauce is a huge fucking thing. Like I don't use sauce anymore. That's the nice thing about you is like you're not a picky eater, or like no you are. I mean you're a really picky eater.
Right.
So I feel like I feel like it would be even easier for you because I fucking love sauces. I love that style stuff, right? So like for me when I went to Chick-fil-A before, right? Just Chick-fil-A that's still going out. I would get normally like a soda with a refill, and then it would be either the 6-piece chicken strips or just like let's just say the original chicken sandwich, one of the two. And then I would literally probably and then the fries with that, and then I would probably use 4 or 5 of those Chick-fil-A sauces, right? That right there, I know the chicken sandwich specifically is 470. The 2 sodas is probably like 350, and that's probably undercutting it. 350. I think each sauce has like 80, so that's like 240. And then the fries probably has like what 350. So 350, 470. That's like 850. You're looking at like 1,400 to 1,800 calories in that 1,200 to like 1,600 calories in that one meal, right? And that's just like one meal. But now it's just chicken sandwich, nothing with water, and that's 470 calories, right? Huge difference,
right?
But like even going to McDonald's, like we'll even go dirtier. Going to McDonald's, like it used to be this whatever, but now if I like really,
if you did fish fillet has 360 calories with the tartar sauce.
Yeah, I've been making kind of low key.
Mom was telling me that.
Fucking fantastic.
I always get fish fillets at McDonald's, and I never knew I lived healthy, but I did for real. Healthy. Like, but I do get a healthier choice.
Because I would get like 2 McChickens.
Even at Burger King, I do the fish everywhere that they have. If there's a fish thing, I do the fish. Obviously, no tartar sauce, no mayo,
so it even
nothing like
more.
that. And if there's no lettuce, I'll add lettuce. Because
so like I'll do
the
thing at McDonald's where like I still want to kind of go out ham, but instead of me getting how do I do this? I do instead of me getting like a McChicken with like because remember my $3 value meal thing, I'll get a McChicken value meal and a McDouble value meal. So now you have fries with that, and then you have all that stuff, right? But now I just get a McChicken, a McDouble, right? Get those 2, and I take the bun out with no mayo and no ketchup on either of them, right? So that's already cutting, and then I take out the buns on one of them, stack it with it, eat that. And that like cuts out so many calories. That goes from like 800 calories to like 500, let's say. That's a huge thing. But I'm still getting like a fucking chicken patty double burger meal thing. It's fucking fantastic, right? And that's just like I'm like out and about, and I just don't really want to go home and make something and then leave again because I'm working, things like that. And I think I've done that twice since I don't do it often. But you know, like when you look at things, right? There's this guy who does a lot of videos of like. How much is 100 calories, right? And you'll go to this restaurant, and like it's like the stack of pancakes at IHOP, and then he like brings a weigh scale. You know, this thing has this X amount of calories, and he has to cut it, and it's like a fucking bite. It's a tiny sliver of the pancakes. It's 100 calories. It's like fuck.
That
and he
would
did
be,
that to like in one
that
day.
would be interesting to watch, just to see how much you can get.
I just watched it today.
You should like send me a link to that.
I will.
Because me and Lauren will watch it. Like I like watching those kinds of things.
Yeah,
that would be interesting to see.
His videos are really funny. He's like kind of like goofy, funny, and he does. I forgot his name. I don't like never even knew about this guy until like yesterday. But yeah, it's just you just gotta watch what you eat, I guess, and just like not eating until you're fucking gorged. You just eat until like you.
And not eating late night.
Yeah, it's not a big factor. As long as you're kind of low calories on there.
Right. Do you still do like fasting and stuff?
I haven't really like gone like I'm not doing anything I used to do like when it was so aggressive, right?
Because you haven't started your.
Yeah, like I'm like again, it's like casually going down, things like that. Like today, I'm technically kind of am. Like, I haven't eaten much. I went on 1,000, so now I'm negative like fucking 800 calories for net.
Nutella
right?
then. You tell her.
I should. But yeah, that's pretty much that.
Okay.
Podcast is even longer than that because it accidentally cut out in one part.
Oh.
So, other than that, thank you guys so much for joining. And look at that. Buranaj. And I guess we'll see you guys next week. And then Christmas special is in 2 weeks. So.
God, what am I going to get you?
We'll figure it out. All right. See you, retards.
You help?